Here we go. Hello. It's good to be here today. I'm feeling a little bit um, unorganized, and that is it's because I've been a little bit crook. I had the COVID shot last week, and it's really messed me around. So, what I'm hoping to today is there is a new version of Adaptive Advantage that we're going to go through. Um, and the idea behind that, if you've watched any of my old streams, you probably know. But basically, what it's there to do is to help streamline how we manage, assess, review all of the ideas that you might have in your business. And the good ideas get really assessed and put into a business case, and then they can be signed off for implementation. So the whole idea behind that streamlining is to get all the details that we need to make sure it's a good idea, to leverage generative AI to help put together the benefits and the risks and the assumptions and those sorts of things to get us started, and then to lay in some additional information for it to then be put into a business case. So I'm going to go through that today. Now, this is not a final version, so if there's any feedback or anything like that, I'd be really happy to help to hear it. And there may be some bugs and things we find along the way or things that need to be adjusted. That's fine. So I thought I'd just go through that today. And yeah, we'll go from there. As an aside, some other things I'm working on. I'm building an ERP system for a customer at the moment, working on work orders at the moment. That's doing my head in a little bit. So after this, I'll be going back to that. I'm also going on a trip in 2 weeks' time to the UK for 4 weeks. When I get back, I'm going to be looking for more contract work. So if you're out there, you're watching this, and you know someone who needs someone like me, systems and processes, please flick my name. I'd love to have a chat with them. So that'd be great. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Didn't do that before starting the broadcast, so that's okay. We will present. Okay. So this is the Rapid site that we're going to be looking at. The main part that we're going to be in today is Adaptive Advantage, and you'll see here that Rapid manages all the ideas. And there's all the ideas are in here, and then we've got all the business cases, etc. So we're going to go and we're going to have a look. This list was not empty yesterday, so I'll just have to check on that. Interesting. Let's see how we go. All right. So the first thing that we want to do is we're going to have a link, we're going to have a QR code, we're going to have whatever it is that takes us to a form to submit our idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into a previous one that I'd done so we can go through some of those things. So I'd built an apprentice management system for a customer. And what we'll do is we'll head into here and grab out that idea, and we can run with that as an example. Let's see here. I can't type. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if we can bring this up here. Apprentice management. So the idea is going to be I would like to be able to support the apprentices in the business to help them know what is required of them to learn in the business as an apprentice outside of their formal TAFE studies. So, contextual to the business. Of their apprenticeship so they can stay motivated. Right. So one of the key problems going into here was, this business has, year 3 apprentices get, cold feet. So they want to help support their apprentices go through to tradesmanship. So, one of the ideas they had was, well, they have to learn all these sorts of things on the job. Can we track their competencies and things like that? Provide them with a quarterly update report on where they were and where they are now, and see the progress you're making and all that sort of stuff. So we created some other sort of processes around there for management to check in with them and to do those one-to-ones and things like that. But we're just going to go with this for now. So I am a human sometimes. All right. So send it to the idea manager. That's interesting because if I just go back in here, the idea manager is not on there. So I'll have to make sure. Yeah. Oh no, it's not showing up. We'll message him and find out what's next. So sent the idea. So yesterday I was updating the idea manager field here, which is just for testing purposes. Within your business, you'll define who the idea manager is, and they will be notified when an idea is submitted. So you can see that. So the whole idea behind this then is that the idea manager can then pick it up and go, okay, what's the premise of the idea? They can catch up with whoever submitted the idea in the first place if they need to. And then they can start to list out some of the benefits of what the idea would give the business. And that can be, financial benefits, fixed term, repeating, et cetera, et cetera. So after that, there should be a form, or not a form, an idea around what the benefit will be worth for the business over a particular period of time. So yes, but unfortunately, I've run into a groundbreaking thing into a game breaking thing at the beginning of the process here, which is not good. It was working yesterday, so maybe it's just something that I haven't done on my end, which would not surprise me. So let me just stop sharing for a moment, and I'll see if I can diagnose something in here as well. head into contacts. Okay, it is loading up different other records. So that's good. I'll just go into ideas. Idea. Okay. So it looks to me like I can get into individual records, but the list isn't populating. So that is interesting. Okay. We will have to see how we go. All right. Well, that's it for now. I don't have anything else to show until we can get there. But basically, why don't I come in here? I can show you just quickly what some of the other fields on the records we have here, because there's a blank record here that I can show you. I was hoping to show you the more of the process today, but it's a little bit broken. Share screen. So, we've got whoever the whatever the details of the idea is, and then we can head into benefits, and there'll list of benefits here. So if I have a new benefit, you can see what the rate and what the estimated value and things like that is. There's risks. So if there's new risks, what the different risks are, what their probability and severity are, their requirements. So this is all to do with the same idea, right? So the idea has a one-to-one relationship with the business case that it produces. And then you have your assumptions, and then you have your implementation options. So if you've got multiple options that let's say you're going out to get a vendor or something like that, you'll put these different options here about what their costs are, what their estimated timeframes, and all those sorts of things are. So all of these things are captured, which is really good. And having done business cases before, it can take a long time to sort of compile all of this information. But when you're managing it in a structured way like this, it makes it way easier to all in one place. Way easier to manage. And then you have your files. So your files for your one pager and your files for your business case will all drop into here. So they're all sort of there, ready to go. So the one pager basically gives the outline of what the benefits are and what the total value is. And it's just that initial sense check for a sponsor to go, yeah, I actually agree that this is a good idea. Let's explore it further. And when you start exploring it further, then you start to come and put in your other risks, requirements and assumptions, looking at implementation options and things like that. Because just knowing what the benefit is doesn't mean anything if you don't know what the cost is. So you go, oh, well, that's a $20,000 benefit to the company this year. That's pretty good. How much does it cost to implement? Oh, $50,000. Maybe not such a good idea anymore because we're not going to see that return of investment for a couple of years. Right. So, it's at that point where you go, okay, this is not such a good idea anymore, or we need to adjust what our expectations are and things like that. So, or we've overbaked the requirements. Maybe we need to go and simplify them for, to bring the cost down, things like that for implementation. So, yeah. So that's basically in a nutshell what that stuff is. It's a shame I can't show you anything else right now, but I will be back hopefully this afternoon with I'll do another live for you at some point, probably tomorrow. That will show you the whole thing end to end. So thanks for joining me today. I know it was a short one, and I'll catch you soon. Thanks, guys.